Welcome to the college football playoff. The season's had plenty of ups and downs, but all the drama has led up to this point, the beginning of this 12-team playoff in front of a home crowd and a raucous environment. And our matchup tonight sets up a potential Cinderella story, the last team to qualify for this 12-team playoff on the road against a team that likely believes it should be resting and watching this first-round game on TV. This is a dangerous spot for the home team and a chance for the underdog to spring an upset and move on to the quarterfinals. As we'll see the number 11 seed in this playoff, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on the number 6 seed in the playoff, the Alabama Crimson Tide. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. We have been waiting for this, the college football playoff with an on-campus environment. Can't wait to get this going. The kickoff team is out there. Great energy as this college football playoff gets underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. First down here for this offense. Handoff running right. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, they don't block the defensive end and shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
And now they run the draw play. Gets some space around the 30. That picks up a first down. We'll spot it at the 39.
Well, that is exactly how you draw it up right there. A draw play. It's any time you want to make the defense think that you're going to throw the football. They're worried about the ball going downfield, and you sneak it to the back, hand it off with all kinds of room to run. Nice, well-designed play, and a good job of accelerating upfield there by the back.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Handoff in a single back formation. Takes a big shot though from the defense, but moves the sticks. First down.
Chris, I don't know. There's just something about that Bama uniform. When they run the football, it just feels right. It's a combination of having those big offensive linemen, a really physical approach at the line of scrimmage, and backs that are able to pick up first downs like that right there. Beautiful play.
The gain is 3 yards. Brings up a second down and 7.
For the defensive coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Oh, a reverse. Breaking free at the 35. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
This is a risky call by the offense. A lot of times you'll see these plays get blown up, but not here. The receiver turns on the jets and makes a big play downfield for a nice chunk of yards.
And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Ball carrier brought down, but a flag's on the field. Let's check out this call. That stings for the offense. Penalty will cost him 10 yards. It's not the way you want to start. First down and 20 now. Here's the handoff. Shows off the moves there, but ultimately not much of a gain. Alabama now operating in the red zone. Takes the handoff again. And they bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the marker.
This defensive coordinator makes some adjustments. This back is on fire to start this game. You better start committing those safeties down, overloading that line of scrimmage, because this back is physical, he's got speed, and he is tough to bring down.
Crucial. Third down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? He'll hand it off. He'll be muscled out of bounds very close to the goal line.
Well, that's how you keep the opening drive alive right there. Good, hard, tough running to be able to pick up that first down and the third down conversion.
The Tide offense line up here on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1. Alabama comes up to the line quickly. Another handoff to him on 2nd and goal. Well, they stop him short. Defense stout here on back-to-back plays.
That's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They're holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
They get nothing on 2nd down. Sets up a 3rd and goal from the 2. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. And we're able to get him down. So on their first possession of the game, the offense stays on the field, and they'll go for it. They try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. And he's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge 4th down stop.
Interesting call here early, showing that they're coming in with an aggressive mindset, but they come up short of the first down.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
The back's got it. The pickup is just 3 yards. Now it's 3rd down and 7. And wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Looking for a deep completion. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up 4th down.
Love this aggressive mindset from the quarterback and offensive coordinator. Found the matchup that you wanted, take a shot downfield. You don't hit it, but you made the defense be aware of it.
4th down, he's throwing for it. It's complete. That's enough for a 1st down. Good enough for 1st down yardage.
Just great execution here on this 4th down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the 1st down.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What's an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that 1st down.
Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. The pass rush closing in, and the defense smothers him for no gain. Well, a big decision here very early. They're going to go for it on their own side of the 50 on the first possession. And he's looking to make a big play downfield. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain. They've got him, but they convert on 4th down, and the drive keeps going. The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays. Football. He's close to the goal line, and the football comes out. Who's got it? Defense grabs the football. It's a turnover. So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. And the single back takes the handoff. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs. Alabama comes up to the line quickly. Running game is working. They'll stick with it on first down. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
Went backwards on first down, so it's 2nd and long here from the 10. Quarterback making some changes at the line. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. And he'll loft this one deep to the left side. Catch is made way down inside the 30. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Bama.
Yeah, we're seeing more and more of this in college football. Guys in that slot that got the ability to get downfield vertically. It's a mismatch if you have the right guy. This time they get the matchup that they want, hit it for a big one.
PAT is good, so it's 7-0. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And the returner brought down by the coverage team there. Here comes the Georgia Tech offense back out on the field. They moved it well last time. Got across the 50, but then fumbled the football away. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Tackle made out of the 24-yard line. Nice play.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. The pickup is 7 yards. Now it's 2nd and 3.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
And they finally get him down, but the quarterback keeper there picks up a big chunk and a first down. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line to set a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw it on first down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
And it's intercepted. They read the screen perfectly. They tackle him after a short return, but they get the football back and set up shop near midfield.
Oh, how I love when this happens. The big dog up front is working hard and snatched his opportunity. Good for him.
Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. Testing the right side here. 5-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 5.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. Takes the handoff, heads to the right. Breaking free is the 35. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Well, I know people want to talk about the spread, and Alabama's offense has changed over the years, but at the end of the day, with this coaching staff, it still comes down to the line of scrimmage and the ability to pound the rock. Think about the backs they've had in recent years. Mark Ingram and Josh Jacobs, Derrick Henry, Jahmyr Gibbs most recently. This is an offense that still wants to control things up front and beat you down.
Handoff here from the shotgun. Oh, nothing but green grass ahead. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Alabama.
This is such a well-designed play here, Chris. The offensive line opens things up initially, but you can see the speed of the back and the effort by the receivers not to be selfish. These guys are blocking downfield. That's why he got that ball to the end zone.
With the extra point, the lead is 14. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. Returner tackle right there. That's what will start the drive. And here comes the Georgia Tech offense back out on the field. They had some good things going in the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that catch is hauled in. Tackle's made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. It is complete. What a grab by the receiver right near the sideline.
Another great play by this receiver. And I tell you, the offensive coordinator is doing a nice job of moving him around. The defense knew coming into this game how tough he'd be to stop, but the way they're utilizing him is making it very challenging to be able to create the matchups that the defense wants.
The quarterback makes the correct read there, and the result is a big gain.
What I like here, Chris, is the ball handling by this quarterback on the read option. The defender commits down to the back. He does a nice job of being able to see that, pulls it out, and then gets upfield north and south for the first down.
And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Oh, my gosh, would he love to have that one back. Open receiver downfield, and he misses it. That's where you go back to the receiver and say, hey, man, that one's on me. I'm coming right back to you.
Fires it to the wideout. Catch is made down the middle. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
It's really good timing here between the quarterback and the receiver. And how about the receiver downfield? Does a nice job of finding that open space in the zone of the defense. And as a defense, you're just basically throwing your hands up in the air because they had that covered relatively well. Just a good play call and good execution.
About time this offense gets going. It's a 1st and 10. Heading left after the handoff. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets.
Chris, we're still early in this football game. We're in the second quarter. It's a critical touchdown to get their confidence to believe that they can come back and still win this game.
PHC is good. They still trail, though. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. They got off to a slow start, but they have been clicking lately. Can they build on this lead now in the second quarter? Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Solid run. Moves the ball out across the 20 to 21.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
They'll change the pre-snap look now. He'll look to throw it here on second down. And he lofts one deep over the middle. Oh, the pass is picked off. Look out, he's got some space. That's a potential game changer, the pick and the big return.
Chris, if you're going to make that throw, that's called a two ball. That means it's got to be on a line. Here he puts it way up in the air and allows the defender to come over and make a play on the ball. Great job by the defense.
They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Ball is free in the backfield. Fumble recovered by the defense going the other way.
Man, that one hurts, especially as you're trying to close the gap just before halftime.
Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. They're going to run it here. It's a 1-yard gain, 2nd and 9 coming up.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid. It
breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. And he's brought down, but hold on, there's a flag on the play. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Getting set. Here's second down. They'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground. And they bring him down after a solid gain, but it's still well short of the first down marker. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half.
Because I just love to see this offensive line and this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
Defense able to stop him. It's 4th down now. Alabama comes up to the line quickly. A running play called on 4th down. They make the first down, brought down to the 31. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
What a job by this offense picking up the first down. You know, as a play caller, you look at where you are in the field. If you punt it, there's a chance it goes into the end zone for a touchback. If you kick the field goal, it's a really long kick. So this is a great opportunity to be aggressive and pull the trigger to try to come up with a big play. They get it, keep the drive alive, and now they can get a touchdown.
Now it's second down here. The receiver's got it on a jet sweep. Running with purpose. Running right through tacklers. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. He will not be denied. So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. PAT is good. They're pulling ahead now, 21-7. Welcome to the college football playoff. The season's had plenty of ups and downs, and all the drama has led up to this point, the first round of the 12-team playoff. And a home field advantage for one side. This place is rocking. And this is a very intriguing matchup. One team that earned the right to host this game and enjoyed tremendous crowd support against another team that slipped into the playoff, trying to establish a tradition now of upsets in the first round of the CFP. As we'll see the number 11 seed in this playoff, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on the number 6 seed in the playoff, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. And the playoff is here. We've got a tremendous on-campus environment. Can't wait to get this one started. The kickoff team is out there, and here we go. The college football playoff about to get underway. And here's the return from inside the 5. They tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. Defense is coming after him. Catch made on the right side. Breaking free at the 35. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. Crosses the 10. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. No chance to catch him.
Well, I can't believe that this is how this game gets started. Very first play of the game, a shot downfield, and a touchdown. With all the buildup and all the hype, this is how we get started.
PAT makes it 7-0. Now they get set to kick it away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. Second down coming up. They go backwards on first down, so it's second and long from the 19. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Second down, we're going to throw it, and he lofts it toward the sideline. Catch made all the way down inside the 35. No stopping, and takes it all the way. Touchdown, Tide.
Boy, we see more and more of this in college football. If you get the right guy in that slot that can win the one-on-one matchups, you take some chances. Here they got the matchup that they wanted and hit it for the touchdown.
And they tack on the extra point. Kickoff team's on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. They'll return it from inside the 5. Have you ever seen this? The punting team on the field on first down. He's got some daylight turning on the speed. And the returner brought down by that coverage team. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here. Here's the throw deep downfield. He's got it right near the end zone. And he scores! Touchdown, Bama.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points. Return starts from inside the 5. That return backfires on him. Now, your offense is stuck with the ball inside their own 10.
And the punting team is on the field. Do they know that it's first down? And we'll see what he can do on the return. Touchdown, Alabama. Big impact play by the special teams. And they'll set up for the PAT. PAT is good. They're pulling ahead now, 21-7. Here's the kickoff team now, set to move this one away. Fields it just outside the goal line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. The Georgia Tech offense is back out there. They were forced to punt last time. Can they get this offense going finally? Get some points out of this possession. They stop him right at the 24.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
The game makes it second and medium. Here's the toss play now, running to the right. Just runs through a man, a mismatch. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. He'll take a deep shot. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. Strong game by this quarterback.
Such a well-designed play here by this offense to find a way to get the ball to the gifted tight end. He's got the size, he's got the speed, he's a difficult matchup, and here he shows he's got the speed to take it all the way into the end zone for that touchdown.
PAT up and good. They get a little bit closer.
That makes the score Alabama 21, Georgia Tech 14.
Now the kickoff team is out on the field.
Set to kick this one off.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. A little bit of my turn, your turn so far in the early going. Both offenses scoring touchdowns in their last possessions. And the freshman brings him down quickly.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Takes the ball, tries the right side here. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, there's that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
From the shotgun, here's an inside give. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there. Alabama comes up to the line quickly.
Now, 4th down.
Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. 4th down, looking to throw for it. Finds his receiver. That's enough for the first down. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. may have to try the extra point. The kick is good, and the kicker got clobbered. Flags all over the field. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And the deep kick will sail out the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Offense will keep it on the ground here. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35.
Chris, what I love here is just the vision by the running back. Showing great patience, the hole opens up, and then he's able to use his speed to pick up some good yards.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Fires it to the wideout. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. He's got some room and some blockers here. And look at the return after the interception. Sets the offense up in good shape.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open. He just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.
Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. They reached the end zone the last time out. Trying to do the same thing here. And they'll be smothered right at the line for no gain here.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Second down after that previous play. Ball handed off. Tackle made at the 24-yard line. This offense really threatening now.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Important second down play coming up. They'll run it here. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play. So now it's 3rd and short from the 23. Potential 4-down territory. Let's see what the 3rd down call is. Dropping back, we're going to throw for the first down. He's moving out of the pocket. Well, he extended the play, but doesn't find the receiver open and goes down.
There's a nice sack by this defense, something that they've been looking for. They've been on their heels most of this football game. That time they were able to get after the quarterback and bring him down. Let's see if that can provide a bit of a spark. See if they can get a little bit of momentum going their way.
The attempt is no good. Off the miss, the lead is still 14, a 2-possession game.
Boy, this guy's usually more reliable than this. I thought that was going to be an easy field goal in 3 points, but instead, he misses, so you walk away with nothing.
First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. On the run here, lets it go. Receiver makes the grab. Tackle made after a big gain.
By the receiver. He hits the tackle.
1st and 10 play coming up. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring him down. The gain makes it 2nd and medium. And the quarterback keeps it on the option. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Man, is he pretty to watch run this option. He is so dangerous with the threat to run or to throw. This time he keeps it himself, and you can see how much ground he eats up with that kind of speed.
Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Trying to create outside the pocket, but they've got him for a sack. Here's the second down play. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. That's a fly to the wideout. That one's broken up, incomplete, and time has expired in the first quarter.
Georgia Tech, 14.
A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on third down. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. He's going for a big play downfield. The pass is intercepted. Going the other way. Can they stop him? Not just the pick, but a big return. Sets up the offense in good position.
It's third and long, so as an offensive coordinator, you can either play it conservative or trust your quarterback and take a shot downfield. They elect the latter, and it ends up backfiring on them.
Spinning out of the tackle. Finding enough space for a solid gain before they stop him.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and it's a nice, solid game.
Second down play coming up for this offense. On the handout, they'll test the right side here. The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what that's about. Holding penalties can be the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it stalls this one. Offense getting set. Second down play here. And the same runner's got it again. Tackle up near midfield at the 48.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable third down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 more yards a pop like that.
Offense breaks the huddle and gets set. It's third down. They'll run it to the right side. They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about. Offense will have to overcome the holding penalty now. The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here.
Timeout, Alabama.
Now from the 40, the offense faces a third and long to keep this drive going. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. There's a shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, tied. Still no answer for this offensive machine.
Well, that's a well-oiled machine right there. Everyone on this offense has been a star in their roles. And when they're rolling like this, it results in quick and positive results.
Point after, up and good. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Here comes the Georgia Tech offense back out on the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Escapes the sack. Quick throw to his receiver. And he's got his man open downfield. Tackle at the 40. That'll earn a fresh set of downs.
I mean, the defense knew coming into this game that this guy was going to be a handful. They got to change things up. This guy's already got over 100 yards in this game, and we're in the first half.
First down. Looking to throw the football. And here comes a deep shot. This one is broken up and falls incomplete. The Yellow Jackets hustle to the line to run the hurry up.
Oh, my gosh. They almost came up with another interception. They had a pick on the last drive. They're doing such a good job of baiting this quarterback into throwing the ball into coverage and then making a play on the ball. Let's see if they can keep this going.
That's a big game before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down. And the Yellow Jackets begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Here comes a handoff. And he's able to find some room before they finally bring him down.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice gain.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing. No huddle now for the offense. They're going to throw for it on 3rd and short. Looking for the wide out. Easy throw to a wide open receiver downfield. They tackle him at the 3, but that's a great gain on the pitch and catch. The Yellow Jackets looking to finish the drive here. It's 1st and goal. Play action here on 1st down. He's into the end zone, but there is a marker on the play. Let's check that out. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. The defense backed up against their own end zone. Quarterback drops back. They're going to test the secondary. And the Sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
Boy, Chris, I thought when he took off on his scramble, I thought he had a chance to maybe get it to the end zone. But the defense does a nice job. Yeah, they gave up a couple yards, but they kept him out of the end zone.
2nd down and goal. Tailback tests the middle of the defense. Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line. Gain moves the ball to the 1. 3rd down and goal. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. A much-needed score, trying to just hang in this game right now.
Man, I love that they're not giving up. They are continuing to fight and try to get themselves back into this game.
And they're able to tack on the extra point.
35, Georgia Tech, 21.
The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team.
And your Alabama first inside will take over 1st and 10.
Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. They scored a touchdown on their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. Stopped short of the marker after just a short game.
Chris, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Game moves the ball out past the 25-yard line.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the 4th quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
It's the 2-minute warning. We've got a blowout developing here before halftime. So a very makeable 3rd down for this offense from the 26-yard line. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Try and muscle for the 1st down. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
Well, 3rd down, why not hand it to your running back? He's one of the more gifted athletes on your team. You give him a chance, he's going to give you the yards that he needs, and that is a 1st down.
New set of downs for the offense, 1st and 10. Looking to pass this time. And he lofts it toward the left sideline. Deep shot caught down inside the 20. Touchdown, Bama. This offense is still clicking. But they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. And the extra point makes it a 3-touchdown lead. Getting set to kick the ball off now. We'll call for the fair catch here. And here comes the Georgia Tech offense back out on the field. This has been a rough first half. They'll have to regroup at intermission, but in the meantime, let's see if they can get some momentum going. Nothing open downfield, so we'll just throw it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, just throw the ball away, see what happens on this next down.
He'll take a deep shot here. It's a huge gain. He's got it inside the 30. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. This offense can...
Touchdown.
Stop.
That's what makes this guy so dangerous as a wide receiver. He can catch the ball underneath, shake and bake and go by you, or use his speed to get around you and make a big play like this for a touchdown.
No problem with PAT right down the middle. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far. Can they keep it going? Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Finds room at the 30. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. At the 10. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Alabama.
Oh, my. What a great play call here by the offensive coordinator. The running back received some great blocking up front and just took off with it, carving up this defense all the way to the end zone.
They convert the PATs, so the lead is now 21. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. He's tackled at the 10. Not good field position to start the drive. And the Georgia Tech offense is back out there. They're in a hole here before they have a chance to regroup at halftime. Let's see if they can cut into this big lead. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. Stopped short of the 25, but it's enough to move the sticks. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line in the hurry-up. First down, looking to throw the ball. And they heave it deep downfield. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Potentially a touchdown-saving tackle, but not before a long completion. And looking to throw now on first down. Lets it go quickly. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. Tackle made quickly after the catch, but moves the ball to the 12. A red zone opportunity. The Yellow Jackets will have first and 10 here. They'll test the right side here. It's a 2-yard gain, a second and 8. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. And that one is incomplete with just 9 seconds on the clock.
The defense is electing to play double coverage on this receiver, and the quarterback still tries to squeeze the ball in there.
This is crucial. Defense needing a stop on third down, trying to force a field goal. On third down, he drops to throw. Just gives up on the play, throws it away, and now it's fourth down.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over, and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on fourth down.
And he's throwing for it on fourth down. Looking for 6. Intercepted in the end zone. Tackled on the return, and that's how we'll end the first half of play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
What's the score? Alabama 29, Georgia Tech 28.
And the Yellow Jackets will kick this away to begin the second half. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. First play of the second half is a handoff. Breaking free at the 35. And it's a huge chunk play. The tackle is finally made, but the ball moved to the 47-yard line.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
He'll hand it off. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
And here's the handoff. Well, they try the middle, but stuck for no gain.
The back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, we're going to throw for the first down. He's going to take off here. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
Well, Chris, that's a great example of why we see these college football coaches bringing in baseball coaches to teach these quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy? Make sure he doesn't get hurt. And that's exactly what he did on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and then pick up the first down.
And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, in this playoff game, no adjustments, go right back to giving this running back to football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
Sticking with the running game. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Alabama comes up with the line quickly. Oh, here comes the reverse. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
The defense there showed incredible discipline on the backside contain, and that reverse wasn't going anywhere. Just textbook.
So the decision is to not go for it, but settle for 3. Here comes the field goal team. Field goal try, no good. He missed it. And the lead remains at 21 after the miss.
That's a missed opportunity for some points here. The way they were moving the football, I thought maybe a touchdown at the very least, 3 points, but instead, he shanks it.
Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Looking to make a big play downfield. That deep shot is caught for a big gain. And he finally steps out of bounds after a huge gain. It'll be first down and goal. The Yellow Jackets looking to cap the drive here. It's first and goal. They'll try to run it in on first and goal. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, if somebody talks about a play being blown up, this is a great example of that. That's Exhibit A for how to be physical on defense.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. That's a crucial score. Let's see if they can build momentum and complete this comeback.
Well, I know they're still trailing, but that score is a great first step in trying to break down this lead. You don't want to leave it all to the fourth quarter when the pressure really intensifies and you have limited time.
And the PAT is good. Now they get set to kick it away. And here's the return from inside the 5. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. Gets some blocks. Still going. It's a foot race. They can't catch him. Touchdown. A kick return for a touchdown in a playoff game. This stadium has come alive.
How badly does this guy and this unit want to get to the national championship? This is huge and a game-changing moment that I think we may be looking back at as a turning point in the game. Great blocks and great speed there for the touchdown.
And the extra point makes it a 3-touchdown lead. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And he's brought down at the 12. That's poor field position to start the drive. Here comes the Georgia Tech offense back out on the field. There's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. On first and 10, looking to throw. He's running out of time here. That's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
Well, this quarterback's having one of those games you just dreamed about. A lot of yards and a lot of touchdown passes. And in fact, he had open receivers again for another big play. The defense finally got pressure on him, or I think it would have been potentially another touchdown.
Running out of time in the pocket. Contact as he threw it. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Testing the defense with a throw downfield. It's picked off again, the 4th for this QB today.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoffs. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
Keeping it on the ground here. Defense makes the stop after a 5-yard gain, so 2nd and 5.
Well, let's give credit to the offensive line here. They went with a run blitz. The offensive line sees it, picks it up, gives them enough room to pick up some solid yards.
Takes the toss, testing the right side here. Gets some space around the 30. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. Just pounding away for another big gain. Cook, you wonder if this defense is beginning to lose its will a little bit.
I think they are losing their will. You can tell by the way they're tackling. It's been a very impressive performance by this offense and by this running back. You got to believe they're just looking to add to this lead with yet another touchdown. It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
2nd down play coming up. There's the handoff. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Boy, this back is having some kind of game today. He just continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over 150 yards now, and this defense has no real answers in trying to keep him contained.
This Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field. First and goal, handoff. Finally out of bounds after a solid gain, but there is a flag on the field. So let's check this out. Alabama's offense now lining up on 1st and goal. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. The junior able to bring him down quickly. Well, still plenty of work here to do now on 2nd down and goal. Trying for the end zone, running it right up the gut. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the 2nd and 3rd level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. And the pass is incomplete just across the goal line.
Boy, that is a tough one not to hang on to on 3rd down and goal, but a good job by the defense to get there and knock it loose.
They pass up the chip shot field goal attempt. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Here's the snap, looking to throw. But it's incomplete. The defense makes a 4th down stop.
I really thought that this was going to work out. Showing an aggressive approach here, going for it on 4th down. Looked to be there. They just weren't able to complete it.
And here comes the Georgia Tech offense back out on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Quarterback escapes the pocket. Finding some room with the 25. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. So quickly, all the way up to the 36 in its 1st down. And he'll set up to throw. The pocket breaking down. Oh, it's dropped off the tip by the defense there. It's going to bring up 2nd down.
Boy, this quarterback is living on the edge. Remember, he threw an interception on the last drive. Thought he might learn from that. Instead, he throws the ball right back into coverage. I thought he threw another pick. He better change the way he's playing the game or he's going to cost his team a game.
Using his legs here. Breaking free at midfield. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the 1st and the 2nd option aren't there. By the 3rd option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
And he'll loft it to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets.
Boy, this guy has a knack for the end zone, doesn't he? That's 2 touchdowns for this guy today, and I don't know if he's done yet.
And the extra point was up and good.
That makes the score Alabama 56.
Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here.
Number 12. Set to kick this one away.
And the receiving team has recovered. Looks like the hands team did its job. Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. And the runner takes off to his right. Tackle made, but there's a flag down on the field. So the holding penalty in the offense backs him up 10 yards.
Ready, set. That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score Alabama 56, Georgia Tech 42.
Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a 1st down play. They're going to run it. And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain.
Now, I like the run play here. And offensively, at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
Tailback with another carry. He's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
Timeout, Alabama.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Takes the handoff again. He's found some room at the 45. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Still no answer for this offense.
Chris, all week I wondered if this back might get loose and come up with a big play like this. The defense had their back turned, couldn't really see where he was. By the time they realized it, he just had too much speed, and he's able to take it to the end zone.
And the point after is good. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. They'll return it from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Gtech offense is back out there. Looks like he didn't get the snap off in time. That'll cost him 5 yards. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Took contact on the throw. And it's incomplete. Even in a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Using his legs on the scramble. Finds room at the 30. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
And it is fun to watch this guy get out in the open field. I didn't realize he could run like this. That's a big gain for this offense.
The offense really clicking against this embattled defense. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Bringing pressure. Dump off caught by the running back. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense.
This play's really well defended here by the defense. They try to sneak the back out. The defense is aware of it. Not only aware of it, keep him short of the line of scrimmage for a loss. Sometimes those backs can sneak out unidentified. This time the defense
escapes the pocket but cannot make a play, and they sack him.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
Now in third and very long, looking to throw. He's looking deep here. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on third down, but now it brings up fourth.
Well, that's not what you want to see as an offense when you're trailing late in a football game. An incompletion on third down and long. It's a bit of a risk, but with that clock looking the way it looks right now, I think you got to go for it here and hope to convert on fourth and long.
contact as he let the ball go. And they can't complete it. It's a turnover on downs. Defense stepping up there.
Chris, I totally understand why they would go for this here at this point in the game. You're down by 3 scores. We're in the second half. They felt the pressure with the possession that they had, the field position that they had. They needed to make something happen. Unfortunately, not able to come.
And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And it's picked off in the end zone. Not much on the return, but they create the turnover.
Wow, a risky call by the offensive coordinator, playing with the lead in the playoff in the second half, throwing the football. I don't disagree with it, but now you give this defense a chance to create a turnover, and they capitalize here with the...
And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. Tackle made quickly, but a big chunk play for this offense through the air. The drive stays alive with that completion for a first down. And he drops back in the gun. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. And he's going to launch it deep again. This one is broken up and falls incomplete.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots. Get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. There's a shot toward the end zone. And that's interception number 5. When will this QB get the hook? So a great return following the pick. They're finally able to get him down.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep.
Boy, we got a smart offensive coordinator on our hands today, Chris. Great job of just keep feeding this running back, keep it on the ground, working with the lead in the fourth quarter, force them to use all their timeouts, and just keep working that clock.
And they'll work the clock here by keeping it on the ground. But they tackle him after just a 2-yard gain, so it sets up a 3rd and 8. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Catch made way down to the 25. Touchdown, tied. And the route is on. Kirk, this quarterback told us this is my time to shine, a playoff game. He has gone out and backed that up so far.
Yeah, he's done everything that's been asked of him and more. Just a great job of getting into a rhythm. Really tough to defend. Right now, the defensive coordinator, you can see him down there. He's throwing his headset. He's frustrated. He's got to come up with some new wrinkles to try to slow this guy down.
Return starts from inside the 5. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. Here comes the Georgia Tech offense back out on the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. Tries the right with a quick throw. Here's another interception. The losing track. Brought down after a short return, but the interception gives the offense the football to go for 40.
Oh, you feel terrible for this quarterback. He's played well all year. He's trying to make a play, trying to force it into coverage because they need points at this point in the game to try to advance into the next round of the playoffs. Puts it into coverage, and that's probably going to do it.
1st and 10 now for the offense. And now the handoff.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. It was a good battle. I'd love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Alabama has now moved into the red zone. Oh, it's a reverse. A change of direction. They get him down, but the junior with an excellent run there. Alabama comes up to the line quickly. The offense knocking on the door here with a 1st and goal. Hand off to the single back. Breaks the tackle to get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
See if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Hand off inside, looking for the touchdown. And that run produces a decent gain. They've moved it to the 3. Now it's 3rd and goal. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. And the play goes nowhere. Picked up about a yard, but it'll be 4th down.
Well, the defense is locked in on this running back, and for good reason. He's already scored a couple touchdowns. If I'm the offensive coordinator, give it to him one more time. Let him make it a hat trick.
Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. Oh, they've stopped him short. What a 4th down play, and they will take over on downs now. So it's 1st and 10 inside the 5. How does the coaching staff play this? Do they run the ball to get some breathing room, or will they trust the QB and be more aggressive here?
Chris, as this clock winds down, it has been a rough day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going. You hope they're able to go back, look at the film, try to learn from the mistakes, and come out the next week looking much better than they did today.
Breaks loose at the 15. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set.
And 1st down for the offense.
Looking to throw it on 1st down. Going to try to use his legs here. Breaking free at the 35. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Well, here's a quarterback that just takes control for himself. Picking up some nice yards when nothing else is there. This guy's a real threat.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Not much on the return, but the defense comes up with a takeaway.
Well, that interception really about cost them the game here. And I understand. You got to do everything you can to get back in it, down by a couple scores. But the interception, for the most part, seals the deal for the defense.
Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. And he's going to float this one to the right side. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on. Offense lines up for a 2nd down play off the incompletion. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Over the middle and incomplete.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between the quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. You've got a lot of time back there to throw the ball, and eventually it's going to cost you.
They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game. Alabama comes up with the line quickly. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Pressure is coming. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Looking right, this one caught. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even